Much has been made of former President Donald Trump's surge in the GOP polls, especially concerning Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Whereas DeSantis once led the GOP field, Trump has since firmly reestablished a significant lead, demonstrating that the grand old party is still Trump's to lose. But DeSantis maintains one advantage over Trump and the rest of the field. A vital advantage: cash. As he prepares to enter the presidential race in the coming weeks, DeSantis sits atop accounts poised to support his candidacy that total more than $110 million, according to public filings and people who represent the entities, Politico reported. And that's all without him opening an official campaign committee account. To put DeSantis' cash reserves in perspective, consider the rest of the GOP contenders. Donald Trump, a political phenomenon, a political institution who has dominated his party for nearly a decade, has raised $55 million to date, $18 million of which was raised after announcing his campaign. DeSantis, on the other hand, has raised $2 for each of Trump's one, all without declaring a campaign. DeSantis has $80 million in a Florida-based PAC, Friends of Ron DeSantis, which is left over from his gubernatorial campaign, an election he won by 20 points over former Florida Governor Charlie Crist. The money sitting in the Florida PAC can be transferred into a federal PAC, and more will come. If DeSantis gets in, he's going to have a huge amount of momentum, and I think the donor class and the raiser class are going to be with him, Roy Bailey, a Texas fundraiser, told Politico. The people I speak to are either major donors or major raisers. For a time now, it's been very clear to me from my conversations around the country with these people that they're hoping DeSantis gets in the race, and I think their money will follow. While money doesn't seem to be a problem for DeSantis, other problems persist. DeSantis has been the subject of intense criticism lately for his stance on abortion, his perspective on Ukraine, and his feud with Disney. On abortion, DeSantis signed a bill that would ban most abortions in Florida after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The ban won't go into effect until the Florida Supreme Court overturns an existing precedent on abortion, but DeSantis has made his position clear, a position that is controversial amongst voters and which threatens to disrupt unity amongst the GOP. On Ukraine, DeSantis was critical of U.S. involvement, calling the Russo-Ukraine war a territorial dispute in Eastern Europe. Democrats and Republicans, united in their bellicosity, both condemned DeSantis' comments, earning him the dreaded tag isolationist. And then there's the feud with Disney, which frankly looks more and more like a personal vendetta every day. The feud has opened the door for Republican competitors to criticize DeSantis for being anti-business, for using state power to antagonize a private company. No-nos in the pro-business Republican Party. Fellow GOP candidate Nikki Haley has mockingly invited Disney to move to her home state, South Carolina, where the company would be unharried. Regardless, DeSantis is in the enviable position of being cash-rich, and while Trump is the clear-cut frontrunner, DeSantis could well make the contest tight.